wonderful people of the internet. It's Shadows Girl 1920 here, and we are back with another episode from the Foolcraft server. So today we have the finalized palette for our mountain builds. We're going to be working on those today. As you saw in the last episode, I've been very busy digging those out, and I've dug out the floor level. You could just see the chest there where I've got all the wood set up, because that's where we're going to be working today. It'll be easier to work at floor level and hash out exactly what we want than having to bounce around with our slime sling everywhere. But this is our finalized palette for inside and out, minus the jacaranda planks. I've got those sitting there, but they're not in here just yet. But yeah, we'll see how it looks when we're done. But I'm quite happy with that. I know it doesn't look like much there, but we'll certainly get there. So I'll show you guys the latest edition. We've dug out a big hole here. That's totally not me digging in the wrong direction at all, no. But this is our stairwell. And this is our entrance area. We're going to have some Decocraft stuff in here, but nothing crazy. It's going to be more decorative in there than anything. Nothing hugely practical. But apart from the stairwell to get up into the mountain. Alright, so anyhow, I think we'll start with the external bit. Now, I have decided on peaked roofs. I just feel like they'll add just a tiny touch of whimsy. I'm still deciding between a pyramid triangular style peaked roof or a round like wizard's tower style peaked roof. But we'll see where the build takes us. I don't tend to use creative testing worlds and things like that unless I'm 100% not sure. Most of the time I build up the framework and then see what works. So if that works for this, then that works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and we'll go back to the drawing board and work some other stuff out. Okay guys, so I've done some mucking around, and we haven't entirely stepped away from the original colour palette. But I've definitely stepped away from the original plan quite a bit. Because Amaranth was originally just going to be a roof block. But I like this. I really like the purple against the cobble. I've always had a thing for dark colours and cobblestone, and tried to step out of my comfort zone a little bit and fell straight back into it. But oh, this is chiseled cobblestone actually. Which I think it makes it look just that little bit more aged, which once we terraform around this, it'll fit in quite nicely. And then I've got to find a wood that I like up against the amaranth for the roof. Oh, these cats, they are a long-term problem. But yeah. So I'll do some mucking around with the colour palette, because obviously things have gone out the window, and that's okay because these things happen. But I'll get back. Words. All right, I'll get back to you guys soon. Alrighty, guys. So I think I've decided on stone brick stairs. I think that sticking to the colours that match our mountains, and then using the amaranth as a feature block and as that pop of colour, I really do think I like it. So I think we're going to be sticking with this. Now we can't chisel stone bricks, so we're just going to be stuck with the plain bricks, but up against these inlaid cobblestone bricks, which are a slightly different grey. I like it. I really do. Obviously let me know what you think in the comments. I can always change things up as we go. Chances are the final build, by the time we're done with everything, Enderman, Should we risk it? I say we risk it. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. No! Shouldn't have risked it. So, I put the roof on, and I did a little bit of tweaking. Now, obviously, because it's one of those strange sticky outy roofs, it looks uneven and a little bit off kilter, depending on what angle you're looking at it from. That works. That works with what we're going for, especially once we start getting up into the mountaintop. But this is our first one, and obviously we're going to need to terraform around it. I will be doing the terraforming once I've completed the builds on all 4 mountains. That way I can keep the terraforming uniform. I know that all of my builds are equal, but yeah. So I stuck with the grey and amaranth look for the walls and faces of the build as well. And then I think an umbran door works really well, which is a good use for the umbran wood, although we will be using it for the flooring as well as the staircases. So it's not going to go completely amiss. Now I think we may actually continue the chiseled stone amaranth look right through here. Now I know that Karma's got a base made of amaranth and all that stuff, but I like purple. I really do. So yeah, but then again we might end up with, just to stick with the haphazard makeshift look of what is essentially, well, what I'm hoping it to look like is as if it's been, oh, we've got an Easter cow. I'm hoping it'll look like something that's been built over generations. So different people have added inputs, different resources have been available, things like that. That this is going to look more like a town or a village than it is just a singular base for one Minecraft player. So yeah, again, I hope I'm making sense when I talk about my builds. Yeah, I feel like I don't make sense to myself until I'm actually building it. Like, we set up a whole color palette and everything, and we've only stuck to 2 colors of it. But I suppose sometimes simple is best. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to time-lapse this, but I'm going to lower down the floor a block, just a single block lower, and chuck in the amaranth, not the amaranth, the umbran wood. Yeah, we're going to chuck in the umbran wood flooring, and then we're going to get to work on our staircase and walls, and I'll get hold of some actual stone and just fill this in. Yeah, I'm hoping to have this room finished by the end of the episode. But alright guys, we'll see you when it's done. So I think we've got this ground floor sorted now. We've got archways from the chiselled cobblestone, amaranth walls, umbran floors and ceiling, and then we've got this Celtic design cobblestone as the centre for our stairwell, which I've taken a spiral staircase so far up to the next level that we'll be working on, which will be our storage area once we get to the top. And yeah, now this here will be ground level. So not bad, not bad. Actually, no, this isn't our storage area. No, this is where the nether portal and a few other decorative bits are going, and then we'll have our transport, well, our bridge, our wee bridge going across to the next mountain coming out here. I'm still deciding whether or not to put in some windows, but yeah. So yeah, the first floor is built. Obviously we need to decorate it. It's not looking 100% yet. It's very flat, but we'll get there. So yeah, we're going to have a quick peek through the Decocraft stuff, and we're going to decide roughly what we're going to be putting in here. What? How did that happen? I'm just going to relog. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was just a weird little duplication thing that going on there. Decocraft. Stuffed creepers. Honey pots. Canopy beds. Oh. We're looking more for things for this room though. Tables, curtains, couches. Interesting. We'll look at the recipe. Apparently we can't. Interesting. Or do we just have to pick these up as loot? Huh. I'm going to have to look this up. Obviously, in something that isn't my JEI. Alrighty guys, so it looks like in order to finish building in there and building all the Decocraft stuff, we need to actually go to a desert, because although I've got access to red dye, like obviously there's poppies everywhere, and we've got lapis lazuli for blue, we don't have any, we don't have any cactus green, which is what it's after. So we're going to head over to Karma's base because that's nice and close to the desert, and then we'll go from there. This biome is very, very green. Okay. I don't know what happened here. Just need some cactus. Can the tiny cactuses be turned into cactus green? No, but that's adorable. Cool. Actually, we'll grab a couple of those because that sounds like fun. I don't have any shears on me, so I can't pick up a dead bush. But that's okay, I can come back for one later. Now we actually need quite a bit of green dye. So we'll grab that, and do I have my shovel on me? No. Okay. Just a couple of bits of sand. There we go. And we'll head home. And there we have it, a deco bench. Oh, okay. It's being odd. It's showing us where we can place it in little outlines. We're actually going to chuck it over next to the build since that's what we're working on. There we go. Oh, that looks cool. And now we can make all of these things. So we need to fill it up with blue, green and red dyes and clay. Okay, well, I've got some resource gathering to do. Yeah. Well, I'll see you guys with it in a little bit. Okay, so it appears that we need clay. We need red clay, which means we're going to need red dye. We need blue clay, which means we need blue dye. I don't know. And green clay, so cactus green would be the best for that. So I'm gonna go and find one of those tall red flowers. I think they're rose bushes. Let me just double check that. Yeah, rose bush. We're going to find some rose bushes because then we could just bone meal the crap out of them. MJ's given us permission to go and get some bones from his place. So we'll go do that. Right, we'll see you guys there soon. Okay, so we're at MJ's base. We've taken 4 stacks of bones. We'll keep that in mind because I'm going to come back in AFK here when I'm done so that we kind of replenish his stocks a bit. And now Karma's online, so I've asked her if I could come and bone meal one of her rose bushes for the red dye, and she said we could just come and take one. So let's head over there. Cool. We'll see if she's got any out front. Oh, she's been exploring. Alright. So give me a minute, guys. I'll have a wee chat with Karma and find out where her rose bushes are. And then we'll head on to the next thing, which is the desert, because we need sand as well, and we need like 9 stacks of it. Yeah, we should have enough inventory space. Okay guys, so Karma's very kindly given us 5 rose bushes. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk over and we're going to plonk a couple down next to our chests here. And we'll put the rest in here. So we need more cacti and sand, obviously. Alright, not with my bed. Alright, if we just make... There we go. And see this? An endless supply of dye. Easily, half a stack in just a couple of seconds. One full stack. So yeah, that's how we'll be gathering up our red dye. But now, where did the poop come from? I have no idea. Okay, so now we're going to grab our shovel out of whichever chest I'm storing it in right now, and we will go and get a crap ton of sand. Right, so I'll see you guys over at the desert. Cool, so sand. How many stacks is that? Okay, yeah, we have enough sand. That's more than enough sand. We only needed about 8.5 stacks, and now we got enough to get us through a long time. Alright, so back home, we'll take the sand over to the chest by the deco bench. I also just want to check really quickly that because we seem to be able to bone meal everything in this mod pack, I want to see if we can bone meal cactus. So let's try. Nope, still can't bone meal cactus. So we'll be making up a pretty big cactus farm as well. Alright. Fantastic. So I'll get some cactus planted at some point, but right now we need to find out how much lapis we've got. We may have to go mining. 14. Alright, we've got 14 pieces of lapis. We need to go mining. Now, how much dirt do we have? There's one. There's two. Again, we need a lot of dirt. Oh, there's some more sand. And regular clay, but we can't use that. Okay, so it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a bit stacks. So we're almost there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go mining for a hot minute, and we're going to gather up a couple of stacks of lapis and a couple of stacks of dirt, and I'll get back to you. Okay everybody, we've got more than enough dirt and approximately enough lapis. We're a little bit short, we're off by about half a stack, but that's enough to get us started. Now I'm using one of the undecorated levels here. Oh, lag. What happened there? I'm using one of the undecorated levels up here just as a makeshift temporary cactus plantation. In no way, means or form automatic. I have to manually harvest, but I mean, it'll do. It'll do. So yeah, won't be long and we'll have everything we need for the clay to fill up the deco bench, which takes 10 stacks of each colour, which is why I'm gathering such a large quantity of resources. But we put it all in, well, we drop it all in here, we hit the button, and then all of a sudden we can start making things. So that'll be cool. Anyway guys, that's enough out of me today. We are definitely running out of time. So if you like the video, then hit that like button, and if you like my channel, then please subscribe. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. Links as always are down in the description below. and I will see you all next time. Bye!